Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak.
The Eagles take over.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now Hurts fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
On the keeper.
So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yards to go.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
At the throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings
Hurts.
2nd and 7.
And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And 3 yards to go.
Here's Hurts to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So we're even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brady now on first down. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Number 13.
Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignment, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's getting the quarterback? Who's getting the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This will work quite well on that play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Buccaneers 14, Eagles 7.
Second down, here's Hurts. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
David, a 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to...
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Hurts pass. Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. On the delay, Jones. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
At their own.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll look underneath and dump it off to Duke Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
34.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Hurts. A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let the return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Dallas Goedert marching back onto the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Amari Cooper, big numbers, 4 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 21-17, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator, Brandon Godden.
Matt Prater
and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
The 22-yard line.
Brady going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
But I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
10-yard loss on the play.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Duke Johnson, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Sanders.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Brady's pass.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Buccaneers, 48.
They'll run with Sanders, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Miles Sanders.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Another run with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Sanders.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Duke Johnson, the ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead.
The Eagles will set up for the 2.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line.
Receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brady on target there to Godwin. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 4, and it's third down.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Antonio Brown, 79 yards. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
First down, Buccaneers.
On first down, Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 9 yards.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he is in for the score. So how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a two-point conversion will tie it. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. It's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Back to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the O team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Holding, receiving team.
So that one will be accepted. Brady to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. Eluding the pressure right. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. To throw is Brady. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now Brady. Flush to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point put through by Succop, and they will take a 7-point lead.
30. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 7. A little over 20 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
He'll look to throw. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Now he'll pull it down. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8.